Hey, you want to know how to get a price reduction on your listing? So, look, I know that in our industry, there's agents who go out there and they blow it for us, right? Because by the time we come along, we meet someone who legitimately needs some good real estate advice. They're tainted. Oh, you're a realtor? Well, yeah, right, and I can help you. Yeah. Don't be one of them, right? So I know that when you take a listing, you're not one of those agents who says, hey, I can get you $1.5 million for your $1.2 million house with the intent of lowering them later, right? Because that's not fair. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to the real estate agents across the country. It's not fair to your seller, right? So in this video, I'm assuming that you're a real estate agent with integrity and you're an expert, right? And you provide world-class service to your clients, and you just happen to have a seller right now who, you know, sorry, it's overpriced, right? We thought it was priced right, you know, but it's not, and clearly the market is showing us that. So it's time for a price reduction. How do you get them to do that when you're working with somebody, a seller who maybe doesn't want to budge? You know, they think that they're right. Right? You can't bang heads with them. You can't, you can't come at it from ego. I've been selling houses. I've sold 100 houses. This guy hasn't sold any houses. How does he? Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Right? You'll go nowhere quickly. Right? How do you get people like that to see the light, so to speak? You have to show them. You have to show them. And quite frankly, it's going to take some social proof. It can't be you saying it. It has to be other people saying it. It has to be other people coming through their home saying you're overpriced, right? And so let me give you an idea that's good for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons this idea is good. One reason is it'll help you get a price reduction, right? When you do an open house, and you ought to be doing open houses for your new listings, especially listings that you end up having to get a price reduction on, right? When you do an open house, I'm going to suggest you go down to like Office Depot and you buy yourself a couple little mini clipboards, little plastic yellow and red and blue little plastic clipboards, and you make yourself a survey, right? And on the survey, you can ask any questions that you want, right? Sky's the limit, right? Think up some good ones, but I'm going to give you some ideas for your survey because you want to know what the people think about the house. So at an open house, the idea is you're going to hand a little clipboard with a pencil on it to people and say, hey, listen, as you take a look around the house and before you guys leave, would you complete this survey? It'll give me an opportunity to provide the homeowners with some great feedback on really how the market sees their house, right? Because sometimes there's a difference between what homeowners think and what home potential buyers see. So that would help us out tremendously. Oh, okay, great. And so you can enroll people that are going through the open house in the process. They'll want to do it when you present it that way. When you say, I just want to present the homeowner with consumer feedback, right? So they have a realistic idea between their ears on what their house is, how it shows and what it's worth. Would you help us in that process? Would you just give us your feedback? Certainly. They would like to do that. Okay. Now, when they fill that form out, you're going to want to know something about them. Number one, how long have you been looking at houses? In fact, how many homes have you previewed? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 or more, right? How long have you been looking? 0 to 10 days, or 10 to 30 days or more, because that tells you what their opinion is worth. Right? If they say, hey, we just started looking today, this is the first home we've ever seen, and your house is way overpriced, what do they know? What do they know? Right? But if they say, hey, we've been looking for 30 days now, and we've seen 10 to 20 homes, and yours seems overpriced, that means something. Right? That means something. So those are some questions that you would want to ask always up front. How long have you been looking? How many homes have you seen? Right? So we can establish a baseline. Right? They'll get that too. They'll understand that. Right? And you can't ask, well, are you working with an agent? What's your email address and your phone number when they're walking through the house with their agent, because their agent's going to say, you can't do it. You know what I mean? That's awkward. Right? So I might not do that, but there's a way. Right? Because of course, open houses, you want to get buyers, right? You want to generate good 5-star buyer leads and then help those people go buy a house. So these forms are really good for that too. But these surveys, when you can gather good data, good feedback from people, and by the way, you can tell people, hey, listen, when you complete that form, this little feedback form, completely, right? You get a little Starbucks, little latte card on me, $5, $5 Starbucks coupon. Right? Oh, great, right? You get people to fill those things out completely. You can ask a whole bunch of questions. And the bottom line is, at the end of your open house, you've got 8 or 10 or 15 or 20 or more of these things, and you can sit there and you can look through and you can put this, oh, this is the experienced home buyer pile. These people have been looking for a while. These are kind of the newer ones, right? And then you can have some good feedback. So now you can go sit down with your seller and say, hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Home Seller, I did an open house this weekend and last weekend, and I had a bunch of people through, and I had them complete these surveys, and this is what the data shows us. People are saying that your home is overpriced. Right? That's a great way to get a price reduction. It's a great way to get a price reduction. It's truth-telling, it's integrous, right? And it's social proof. It's not just you. And no matter where your heart's at, right, and how ready you are to serve, and how much on their team you are, still, you know, in the back of their mind, you're a salesperson. So show them, right? Show them what people say. That's how you get a price reduction. Bye.